Hi, my name is Stefan Neff. This is Inside the Mind of a Moral Harassment Husband. Now, it first started, I was married to my wife Tomoko close to 14 years ago. It's 15 years ago, she's saying. Then we got divorced, and then we got remarried, and now we've been together. This is all about moral harassment. Now, it started off that I wanted to have control over people, my wife especially, not allowing her to be herself, because I wanted her to be who I wanted her to be. It's all about myself. Now, when I decided to do this video, I wanted to learn something about myself, who I am and who I was, to be a better person, a better husband, and a better father. My feelings towards moral harassment person came about 4 years ago or so, when it first started, to where I realized that I was a moral harassment person.
How?
I was controlling. I didn't want to let things go. I wanted to be by myself, but I didn't want to be alone. I used people for my benefit. I wanted to see, I wanted to see if I could control people by words, actions, by my emotions, using my emotions against them, being mean, and see how far I could be mean by using words. Never physical, always mental abuse. My belief that mental abuse is the most powerful weapon that the humans use to control people. So what I use for verbal or mental abuse was I would say something, but I wouldn't do anything about it. For example, I said I was going to change. Oh, I'm going to change because I didn't want to lose my wife or get divorced or lose my child. So I always say, oh, I'm going to change, I'm going to change. Always lying to myself, lying to my wife, lying to my family. Thinking that, yeah, oh, she's going to believe. I'm going to change. But of course, only hiding the fact. So I'd use control for words, so I wouldn't lose something that I wanted to control. Lying about who I was. All about moral harassment in my mind was to hurt somebody before they hurt me. I believe that somebody was always trying to hurt me.
Why?
It comes from within my own fears from when I was a child, but no excuse from when I was a child or when I'm an adult. But I always thought that somebody was trying to hurt me. Physically, no. Mentally, yes. Of course, my father always, maybe I always seen my father mentally abuse, verbally abuse my mother. So what I seen from my father do, I thought was a little bit normal, as they say, chotto normal in Japanese. But of course it's not normal. So what people want to know or I wanted to know for myself, why am I doing this? Why is it happening? the reason why it was happening to me, because I wanted everything to go my way. I wanted everything to be perfect.
That's the only way?
Only way. That's the only way. I felt it was the only way that I could control things.
Then you can be happy?
Then I could be happy. For example, when my wife had a near-death, I guess, experience, and she had changed her way of thinking. Not changed her way of thinking, but the whole outlook on her life had changed dramatically. And I think that that's when it started for me, because oftentimes I was looking into a window of my reality, my real life. My real life was outside the house, but I was living inside the house. So I was always looking through basically a window. Because when we were divorced and then remarried and divorced and arguing so many times, or I had to leave because she said, get out of here, so many times. Of course I would leave, but I would still be waiting outside going, oh, how can I get back inside? How can I control the situation? Because I'd lost control. So, for example, the moral harassment part of me saying, okay, how do I get back in the house? How do I do it? I don't want to lose something. And I cared very much for it. Deep down I do care, and I did care, and I do care. But how do I get back into the house? So it's like two different personalities. Goy, sweet, nice person that give everything to them, but then of course change to a person who wants to control, or say little things. Why did you do this? Where's my dinner? Or why don't you get a job, for example. So I'd use words to hurt people, and that's what I thought I was able to do by words. So the whole aspect of moral harassment at this point is the beginning. Is most of the time it's verbal abuse towards people. Of course, we're talking about husbands towards wives. Is how to control and keep women to who the husband wants. My point is that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to control my wife.